Hey, good morning, tubes. Sorting through the bullshit, trying to pick a topic to speak to. I mean, so much of it's pollution, but article of note. This is a parallel note. We're going to go into artificial intelligence, I suppose. That big fucking word that people are smearing around. The only intelligence on this planet is us. Long ways away from anything more. Unless some aliens get over the fence. So, the data analysis of the British healthcare system has been given over to Amazon. That is no small piece of news, because data is a mining element now. We look for those gems and treasures among reams of information stored in buildings you can go Google on. Pick, Google massive data storage centers. And that's where this is going. So, this parallels with a multi-state healthcare provider giving data analytics over to a private company called Google, Alphabet something. Now, the only other analytic in the Americas, well, Canada has this too, but is in the United States, the only contiguous measure of health data is in our senior data sets and our Social Security people that use federally mandated programs. So it's a very limited data set if you consider how many people there are in America that your health information has been stored. It is a very small percentage, yet it is one of the key drivers, and other information supplied to them, to what the National Health Service, or the American equivalent of NHS, is Britain, right? So we've got all kinds of institutions that use this data. Medicare centers, Medicare, Medicaid centers, and those related institutions that are supposed to work for us. So this turning over healthcare analysis, analytics, to private corporations with no rules, no guidance, and no external oversight, no external ability to ask questions of the data sets. Therein lies the question. Now, you've just gone from super proprietary to a third party to putting ads in your face to sell you drugs that someone thinks you need, instead of your physician recommending drugs you might need, or some other qualified mind-altering person. So this is other big not news. This is huger than the not news, because there are questions to be asked of these data sets. This is your personal health data. This is also federally required HIPAA data. That's a whole nother video. HIPAA, H-I-I-P-P-A, or H-I-P-P-A. From experience with managing the requirements of HIPAA certification, including for myself, under contractual requirements and federal laws, and doing interstate commerce of federally mandated secure data. So some familiarity with these data sets, this information, and the value of it, and what goes where, because private insurance is not obligated to share. So instead of having a human interest, they have a financial interest. And if it happens to be human, their financial interest is to sell you something, not to fix anything. So, data sets, artificial intelligence, it has been surrounding us slowly, but it's not artificial. It's guided and directed, managed intelligence. It has no self-awareness, and maybe that's our problem. So, huge data sets, huge opportunities in education, foundational knowledge about humanity and life on the planet to make lives better, and we get for-profit games. We get people whose only aspect is their friggin' ego and putting a racing stripe and a logo on something and maybe launching it in space. This is kind of broken, and the parties, the political parties that have enabled this and looked the other way and not spoken out and taken advantage of all this poor, sloppy legal system we depend on to create the constraints for everything. Speed limit signs. Come on, folks, obey the speed limits, or try, do your best. Be reasonable. It's just advice. I didn't take it. Good luck, folks. Peace out. Another rant. I don't know what the hell I'm going to label this one, but there you go.